Welcome to Designing Spaces Think Green, a special edition of the show that's all about you, your space, your home, and your surroundings. I'm Ted Brunson. Home and surroundings. The environment. Today, most of us are becoming increasingly aware of how we affect the environment. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect. We at Designing Spaces feel it's time all of us take care of our home, the ultimate living space, planet Earth. So let's get started right now and think green. Whether you're cooling your home in the summer or heating it during the winter, a major part of your utility bill goes towards temperature regulation, and proper insulation plays a big part in making that comfort zone cost-effective. Now, there's one area in the home that's often overlooked in obtaining efficient heating and cooling, and that same area can provide some great extra living space. I recently visited a home in Auburn, Michigan to see just how easy this do-it-yourself project can be. Let's take a look. Utility bills are typically the highest bill for homeowners after the mortgage payment. Reducing utility usage, a home's energy consumption, helps conserve natural resources and reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Also, in these tight times, spending less money on our living expenses is a very welcome relief. Think Green has some good news. There are steps you can take that contribute to reducing energy consumption and improving home comfort. Well, it's not chilly, it's frigid. We're in a tundra almost out here in Auburn, Michigan. And today we're going to insulate a basement. And I'm joined with John Hammer of Dow Building Solutions. And John, first of all, thanks for having Think Green.
Thanks for having us here, Ted.
All right, now let's talk about insulation. We know how important it is in a home, but why in a basement?
Well, research shows us, Ted, that 40% of utility costs for a homeowner is made up to heat and cool a home. This is about heat today, and we're going to go inside and show the homeowner how they can save up to 25% of their energy costs by insulating the basement.
You said we're going inside, right?
Yeah.
All right, prove it. Let's go. Ah, the Midwest. Nice and brisk in the winter, huh, John?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, it's nicer in here. This is a beautifully finished home. It's finished, so my question is, how can we insulate the basement?
Look, Ted, existing homes, whether they're uninsulated or partially insulated in the basement, there's a lot you can do to help the energy efficiency of the home by addressing the insulation and the air infiltration.
And of course, this being a Think Green show, we want to reduce our carbon footprint. And before we go down there, what type of materials are we going to be using?
Well, we're going to use two specific materials. One is styrofoam wall mate. The second one is Great Stuff insulating foam sealant.
Now, I have used Great Stuff insulating foam sealant in my home in Chicago. We know how windy it is there, and it really does work. So, enough talk here. Let's get our coats off and go downstairs. Are we doing this ourselves, though?
No, actually, the homeowner's already started, so why don't we go downstairs and give her a hand?
Give her a hand. I like the sound of that. It sounds... My wife does most of the projects in my house. I just do what she says. All right, let's hit it.
Hey, Jen. How are you?
Well,
Good to see you. I want to introduce you to Ted.
Hi, Jen. Nice to meet you.
You're doing a great job down here.
Thank you. Great to have a couple extra hands.
That's what we're here for, right?
Cool.
That's correct. That's correct.
Nice.
Why don't you show me what she's done so far so I can kind of get up to speed and see what we need to do here.
Absolutely. Well, Ted, as I told you before, this is a styrofoam wall mate product. And if you see, it's 1.5 inches of 4x8 board, and in between we have a vertical channel that allows you to put in the wood furring strip. Mm-hmm. Furring strip does two things. First of all, it holds insulation in place.
Right.
The second thing it does is it provides a nail base for the gypsum, the drywall.
Okay, so where can we get these products?
Well, these products are available in most lumber yards. Some of the retail stores, you can special order them as well. So they're nationwide.
Right, so very easy to find.
Absolutely.
Okay, something else that's easy to find, but I think I know how to fix it, is you've got some gaps up here. You can't get the styrofoam up by the joists where the gaps are, so that's where the insulated foam sealant comes in, the Great Stuff, right?
That's correct. As we talked about, we're not just down here insulating, but we're also stopping the air infiltration, which robs the house of energy. And when you find a gap or crack in your basement, you want to fill that specifically with that Great Stuff product.
So we're turning an unfinished basement very quickly into a very livable space.
Yeah, not only a livable space, but you're going to have a comfortable living space. And again, it'll be an energy efficient home, which everybody wants these days.
All right, well, you and I could talk about this all day, but get those goggles on, let's get our gloves on, and help Jen put some more stuff up here.
Good idea.
Okay, great. All right. Not too bad. Easy as pie. Actually, pie is harder. This is pretty simple with 3 people, right?
Right.
Now, one person can do it, as we know that Jen did, but it helps to have more hands, right?
For sure.
Now, this is not finished, of course. You must put drywall. It's mandatory. It has to be up to code, and plus it looks a lot better as well. So Jen has done that in the corner of the basement, so while you continue to do this stuff, he's going to show me what you did, and I promise we'll come back, okay?
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks,
You
guys.
keep working.
Thank you.
Wow, man, Jen did a pretty great job over here.
Fantastic. Let's see what we have here. Look, you have the blue styrofoam, you have that fairing strip, and look at the drywall.
Very, very nice. Now, of course, it's not everybody's favorite, including mine, but it must be done. Do some taping, a little mudding, sanding. This baby's ready to be painted, and this is a really nice living area. I also noticed that she finished up top here because you've got to go floor to ceiling when you're doing insulation.
Absolutely. That's one continuous sheet. Insulating your basement, great living space.
Not bad at all. Now, one thing that I had no idea that you told me about was the fact is that you can get money back from the government because of a stimulus package. You can get up to $1,500 back from the government just for insulating your basement.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of information on our website that I encourage your viewers to go to. And let me tell you, the government is interested in energy efficiency. And if they're giving you money to do your basement, take advantage of it.
Yeah, you want to reduce using those natural resources, and the government does appreciate that. Just like I appreciate John Hammer here and Dow Building Solutions. John, thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
Okay, we really did learn a lot, and I know you learned a lot as well. If you forgot anything, if you're having a little bit of retention problem, don't worry. You can go to our website at designingspaces.tv and click on the Think Green link. There you can click on all the links that you need to learn more about what you saw today.
You guys ready?
Oh, hi, Jen.
I've got more great stuff.
Okay, time to continue to make this world green. Let's think green. We did promise you we would do it.
Let's go.
Let's go, John. Not getting out of this one. I'm Ted Brunson. See you next time. So what do we want to leave behind for future generations? Well, we all have the power and the ability to make a difference. We have a choice, and it's a choice like no other in human history. Let's work together for a healthier world. For Designing Spaces Think Green, I'm Ted Brunson. See you next time.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.